In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up all your exterior and interior lights for a daylight scene of an interior project from scratch. The next episode will be about making all required materials for each single object of this scene, as most of you asked me before in the comments. Now let's dive in! Hello everyone, I'm Said Mandegar. Welcome back to yet another tutorial. So great to have you here. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up all your exterior and interior lights for a daylight scene of an interior project from scratch. So before we start, let me tell you that I'm using exposure mode on my camera, which is super important to know before you try to simulate my lighting on your own project. And in case you want to get rid of it, press 8 on your keyboard to load the Environment and Effects tab. Under the exposure control, you can choose to use it or disable it. The very first step I take for lighting part is to add a Vray sun in the environment and point it at the main part of my interior space. Then adjust its position using the Move tool. Next, I add some plain light behind each window to filter the noise by using the Sky Portal option, or I can use them as a direct light if the light amount is not enough to light up the scene. But as far as I'm using the exposure, there is no need to add a light source to increase the light amount, so I'll just use it as a noise filter. Now I go to my camera. In case you don't know how to set a camera, press Ctrl+C to set it there. In the Render Setup Vray tab under Global Switches, I enable Override Material and assign a map that I made before recording this video. As you can see, here I have the window material, which contains a glass material and a simple wall paint material that is mixed with the multi-sub-objects material. I assign the wall paint to override. As you see, the scene is completely black because I didn't exclude the windows from the override material. So, by excluding them, the whole objects will be covered by the wall paint material except the window, which has a multi-sub-objects material, so the light can come through the glass and light up the entire interior. To boost the rendering speed, I use the interactive rendering to see the result faster. Now you see the scene is light up but it turned blue. Also, the light amount is not enough. To fix that, I'm gonna check the auto white balance inside the camera tab, which is available in Vray next. Also, I'm gonna change the color mapping mode to color mapping and gamma, so from now the renderer controls it. Now you see, without changing the light amount, I have a brighter and cleaner scene. The next item that is crucial for this step is to enable the ambient occlusion. Now the real lighting that I made is showing itself. The next step is to control the highlights, especially those areas that are over bright. Again, under color mapping tab, if I reduce the burn value to 0.5, it controls the brightness very well. Also, you can reduce the multiplayer value to 0.8 or so if you have a dark scene or full of shadows. Let me save this shot so I can compare it with the result of my latest adjustment. As you see, it reduced the highlights significantly. If I bring down the sun a bit, there will be more lights coming through the room. So basically it lights up more than before. But this time, to control the lights, I bring a tree and put it between the sun and my room, house, or whatever you call it, to control that light. If your scene is now heavy, the best solution is to change the exterior objects like trees to proxy. In case you don't know enough about proxy and its benefits, check the video I put up in here and learn more about it. Now let's take another render. This time everything looks great in my opinion. I have a bright scene with controlled brightness, shadows and highlights. You can also change the tree position to get the best result out of it. Here is my final adjustment using the Vray frame buffer to master the Vray sun and control the override lighting using different render techniques and external objects. The next step is to learn about the interior light source like Vray plane light and Vray mesh lights, which you will see after a very short break. Well, here I have two objects that I want to make some hidden light for them. This will be my mirror. So I just duplicate it, and by using a Pro Boolean tool, I make a round tape so I can assign my mesh light to it. Simply create a mesh light and in the mesh light tab, assign it to the model. The next light. I think there are many different ways to create a hidden light object, but this trick I'm using could be the easiest one. Simply draw a 2D spline and assign a sweep modifier to it, and select the shape you like, move and place it in its position using the move tool, and then convert it to editable poly. And do the same thing as I did for the hidden light. As simple as that. Now let's take a shot to see the result. It looks so good, but the light amount is too much. Let me just reduce it. Still too much? Let me reduce it again. Now I think everything is good, but you can adjust it based on your interest. I hope I could explain well and you enjoy watching this video. The next video is about making the scene textures. I'm sure there are a lot to share with you guys, so please subscribe to my channel and click on that bell to be notified about the next video. See you soon. Have fun!